In this video, you'll learn how to show a login error message. Now with our custom login form, you notice that if the login failed, well, we didn't see an error message. It simply sent us back to the login form. And you may wonder, what's up with that? Well, earlier in the course, we made use of Spring Security's default login form. So the default login form has the username and password. They also have built-in support for displaying error messages. Well, now since we're creating our own custom login form, well, we need to add additional code to handle for failed logins. So we need an error message ASAP. So we're going to add support for a message, hey, you entered the invalid username and password. And we'll cover all of that here. Now, when login fails, by default, Spring Security will actually send the user back to your login page and also append an error parameter called error. So here's kind of the flow of how things work in the background. So this is kind of the big picture. Alrighty, so let's kind of zoom in here a bit and let's look at the case of failed login. So when we check to see, is the user authenticated? No, that's a failed login. So Spring will actually send the user back to the login form and they'll actually append a parameter to the URL error. And we can actually write code to check for that. Now remember, this will be on the URL. So this is how it maps up here with the URL that's in the browser and then the actual parameter here. And we can check for that parameter and then write code accordingly. Here's our development process. So we're going to modify our custom login form. We're going to check for the error parameter. And if the error parameter exists, then we're actually going to show an error message. Alrighty, so step one of modifying the form, checking for an error. Then we're actually going to add some new code that's listed here in bold. And we're basically going to test to see if the error parameter is set. If it's not null, then we'll actually show an error message. So here inside of this block, we have, sorry, you entered the invalid username and password. That's the error message that'll show up. Now remember that error parameter is actually passed over by Spring Security automatically in the case of a failed login. So we're simply writing code to handle for that.